Patrick resign from being mayor of Brampton. Please do everybody a favor and resign.
I'm Vandon Gene here in downtown Brampton, Ontario, where just days ago, residents of this city elected Patrick Brown, the former Progressive Conservative Party leader of Ontario, as now the new mayor of Brampton. As you may recall, just earlier this year, Patrick Brown was embroiled in sexual harassment allegations that were lodged against him. Of course, none of them founded. As you can see behind me here is City Hall, where Mr. Brown, of course, will begin his work. We thought we'd take to the streets to get some reaction and responses from residents here in downtown Brampton. So let's go talk to some local residents. Patrick Brown's been elected mayor of Brampton. What are your thoughts about that?
Crazy. Well, personally, I hope my thoughts are that he actually does something this time, because I hear a lot about that, but no one does anything. So if he does, then we're good with everything. But if not, then Patrick Patterson, you gotta step up your game.
I'm still in shock. Definitely don't support it. It's very shocking.
Happy is the wrong word, but I'm delighted to see that the previous mayor has gone.
I hate conservatives. If he's anything like Don Tory, watch out. Toronto's in for a big surprise. Conservatives, they're not very conservative. They're anything but that.
Patrick Brown hasn't been treated fairly by the Conservative Party, and the charges were never fully explored. So this is a second chance for him. He can't do any worse, I have to tell you, than Linda Jeffrey.
Well, my thought was so great about him. He came and visited us in our church, and just what he said, it just moved me. And I was prepared to find the voting place and make my mark and vote for him.
You mentioned that he was unfairly treated. Do you have any thoughts or opinions specifically with regard to the sexual harassment allegations that were launched against Patrick Brown?
Well, see, unfortunately, you used the correct word. They were allegations, and until they've been properly explored, they're nothing more than allegations. We seem to be leaping to conclusions that an allegation equals the commitment of an offense.
Is he guilty though?
They've just been allegations.
Allegations, right? Honestly, I suggest that they do a background check on that to make sure everything's for sure, because if he does actually have sexual harassment, then I suggest that we should not be around that type of mayor, you know what I mean? And I feel like we should do a re-election if that's the cause.
Sometimes people say things about you, and something that never goes so. You understand?
I don't want to get into his personal, anything personal about it, but it's definitely not something that I would support. He needs to come up and speak about it. I feel like he needs to clear the air.
And lastly, as a resident of Brampton, do you have a message or a plea to Patrick Brown if he's watching this?
Bro, Patrick Brown, listen to me right now, okay? I will tell you something, all right? You see how we are right now, and you see how Brampton's expanding? They expand so much on building around, but they do not focus on the center and build up from there. It needs more places for the population to grow, you know what I mean? Because you can't make a bunch of houses, but if there's no places for everyone to come together as a group, then there's not going to be as much people wanting to come, you know what I mean?
For the city of Brampton, I would like a little more improvement.
Definitely don't disappoint us. We're looking at a different Patrick Brown this time.
And there you have it, some mixed reactions to the election of Patrick Brown here in Brampton, Ontario. But until next time, we'll bring you some more reaction to the political stories of the day. Signing off here in Brampton, Ontario, I'm Vandon Gene, and I hope to see you next time.